Hello guys and welcome to episode number 49, where we'll be solving 5 more SQL problems, this time from Airbnb. So let's get started here with problem number 1. We have to find the countries whose reviewers give most positive reviews. So we have to find most positive reviews for every reviewer right here. Positive reviews are reviews where the text is different than no positive. So this is a filter right here. We have to output countries along with number positive reviews. And lastly, we have to sort records based on number positive reviews, descending order. So we have one filter right here and we have to show 2 columns. Alright, so let's get started here with our select and from for every reviewer's country. So if we look better at the data, maybe we can notice easier. So we have here a country, but this is for the hotel address, and we actually want the country of the reviewer. Right here we have reviewer nationality and we just have the country itself. So we are going to be grouping by this. We're going to select the reviewer nationality. We're going to group by the reviewer nationality, and this way we have finished the for each country. Now we have to find out how we are going to count the positive reviews. Well, since the table is called hotel reviews, every row is a review. So actually we have to count everything. We're going to call it number of reviews, just that we have to filter for the positive ones. And in this case it says positive reviews, everything that is not this. So we have to say where, and we are going to use this one, positive review. Positive review does not equal with no positive. It's such a weird specific scenario, but anyway, this should be the final solution. And there we go, guys. Actually, no, the final solution should also be ordered. I actually don't know why it's even working. We have to also order by the number of reviews here in descending order. And there we go. This is the final solution. So quick recap here for every reviewer nationality right here, for every country basically. Calculate the total amount of reviews, and each row is 1 review. We only want reviews with this condition where they are positive and the positive review is different than no positive. Very weird. And lastly, we want to order the reviewer nationality, the countries, based on the number of reviews from highest to lowest. Problem number 2. We have to rank guests based on the number of messages exchanged with the hosts. Guests with the same number of messages as other guests should have the same rank. So it's giving us clues as to which window function to use. Do not skip rankings if the preceding rankings are identical. Basically, this entire description right here is telling us that we should use the dense rank. We have to output the rank, guest ID, number of total messages. We have 3 columns to output. And lastly, we have to order based on the number of messages highest right here. So descending. All right, let's get started. We're going to say select from. And right here, you see, we have to show the actual rank. So in this case, we don't have to do a CTE and then select everything but the rank. We can just do it straight ahead here. So I'm going to put some tabs in here to indent it better. I'm going to use the dense rank over order by, and now what do we want to order by? The number of messages. Let's figure this one out. It seems we have here n messages in a descending order, but we have to rank the guests. So I'm not really sure if we have to aggregate based on the number of messages. Let's not do it first because one row is 1 contact. So let's put it like this. We're going to call this RNK. And the next, we have to show guest ID. We have here ID guest. And lastly, we want to show the total number of messages. So we're going to use here the number of messages from this table. Do we have any filters? We actually don't have any filters. This should be the final solution. Actually, guys, I think, yeah, we have to group by the user ID, the guest, the ID of the guest. So if we do that, we actually have to sum the number of messages. This sounds more plausible for this situation. We're going to call this total messages, and this should be the final solution. There we go. So even though this is called contacts we still have to group by the ID of the guest. So quick recap here, what we are doing is we are ranking all of the guest IDs and we are showing the sum of the messages. And now we are ranking them right here using the dense rank because we want them to show duplicates and also not skip ranks. And the way we're doing the ranking is based on the sum of number of messages in descending order. So from the highest to the lowest, which would mean rank 1 has the highest number of total messages. And as you can see here, we have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Now, just for fun, if we put here just rank, we're going to say 1, 1, 3, 3, 5. You see, it skips the ranks. But this way, you preserve the top 5. For example, you have top 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have top 5. But if you use the dense rank and you want top 5, then you have more people. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people in top 5. So it depends what you actually want. Problem number 3, find total amount searches each room type. And we have 3 types of rooms here. We have to do it by every city. Number of searches for each room type by city. Okay, at least by city. That is pretty clear. City. Select city from the table and now we're going to group by the city. Now we have to find total number of searches. Since the table is search details, probably every row, all of the rows, count all of the rows, searches. So now here, this would be per every city, but we want per room type, right? Room type right here. So we're going to say show the room type as well. And then we group by city and then we group by room type. So for every city and every room type, we show the count. And there we go. This should be the final solution right here. And it seems all right. So they actually do it more horizontally. So they have city here and then every column is the type of the apartment. And what we did here, we did based on rows and not on columns. They don't really mention this. Technically, it does the same thing, just that it looks different. This is a more summarized version. So to make it like this, we actually have to make 3 more columns. So we're going to indent this here, and we're going to make 3 more columns. We're only going to group by the city. Now we want to make some cases. So this is a bit of manual work right here. We have to look at room type. I'm just going to paste these here. It will be this one, and shared room. I believe, yeah, they mentioned 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So we have to look for these 3 cases. So we're going to say case when room type equals with our first right here. Then we return 1, otherwise we return 0, and that's the end there. But we want to sum them up because it's a total number of searches. So we actually want to put a sum, right, between this, and we're going to call this home, or actually let's call it apartments right here. Right, so that's 1 row. And now we have to do the same thing for the other 2. We're just going to copy this one, paste here, copy, paste. And we're going to replace simply the middle. Now we can delete these, and this should be the final solution right here. We are basically, if the room type is this, then it's going to add 1, otherwise 0. And then we just sum them up, and we're going to find the count. And there we go, we got the actual solution. So quick recap here, for every city, we want to find the total count for these right here. And we check for every one of them in room type. If it equals with them, then we get the value 1. Otherwise, we get 0. And then we just sum all the 1s and 0s. And we will get the total number of searches. Problem number 4, find acceptance rate. Problem number 4, we have to find acceptance rate of requests, which is defined the ratio of accepted versus all contacts. So we have to divide accepted contacts, the number, divided by the number of all contacts. And then we have to multiply by 100, basically, to get the rate. So this seems pretty interesting. Let's figure out the first one, acceptance rate. Now, if we look at the data here, even though it says contacts, this looks more like one row represents a relationship between a guest and a host. And right here we have TS accepted. And it seems if it is accepted, we have a value. If it isn't, we don't. So we simply want to count all of them where they are accepted. And just for example, we're going to have 39 are accepted. Now we have to divide them by the total number of rows. Count all of the rows, and we are going to get 0.39. Does that mean we have 100 rows? We have 100 rows, yeah. And since we get 0.39, we have to multiply by 100 to get the actual bigger number, the percentage. We're going to rename this to ratio. And there we go. This is the final solution, guys. This is a very simple exercise. I don't know why it's medium. It should be easy. So quick recap. Here we are counting only the entries where we have accepted. And here we're dividing all of the rows. Problem number 5 and the last one for today. We have to find total number available beds. Available could be a filter. Total number of beds, right? Here, number of beds per host nationality, right? So this is a group by. We have to output nationality along with corresponding total numbers. Number of beds, nationality, number of beds. We have 2 columns. Potentially we have 1 filter. We have to sort the records, total available beds, descending order. All right. So let's get started here. Select from this. Oh, we have 2 tables. Okay, find total. Let's see what we have to output. Nationality. Nationality is right here in the hosts, and the connection between these 2 tables is host ID. We're actually just going to do that really quick. We're going to say hosts first, A inner join with the apartments, B on A dot host ID equals B dot host ID. And now we want to show from table A, we want to show nationality, and then we want number of available beds available. Now looking at here at the data, we don't really have any filter. So for available, it seems everything is available. We have to count the number of beds right here per host nationality. So we have to actually do group by here. Group by host nationality. Okay, this is finished. Now we have to show the number of beds. And this is an integer. We have to sum it up. Sum of number of beds, total beds. And then lastly, we have to order by available beds, total beds, descending, and this should be the final result. And this is the list with nationalities and the list with total number of beds. So quick recap for every nationality right here. For every nationality, we want to calculate the sum of beds. And lastly, we want to order them based on the beds from the highest to the lowest. And here in the middle, to access some of the information, we have to join these 2 tables, the hosts and the apartments. And we're going to do an inner join because we only want the rows where we have the host ID equivalent. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy these types of problems, I highly encourage you to join the StrataScratch community. Consider using the affiliate link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.